Shortest fucking broadcast ever. On the podcast, you guys won't notice anything, but the YouTube, I had pushed the wrong button and that ended the stream. So hopefully you guys will jump back in. If not, you'll watch it after the fact. And I hope this will just, because it was so quick, hopefully it just appends it to the previous recording. I don't know if it will or won't. But anyway, the keywords for tonight: Diet Coke, heparin shot, rotten balls, spooky, fucking masks suck, Sasquatch, taking names, life is tough, but so are you, eldritch, eldritch abomination from beyond the stars. It's all in the reflexes, and Randonautica. Randonautica. I hope I'm saying that Randonautica right. Uh, yeah, stalking. You could throw one in real quick. We're gonna start using that app. You might not have seen it, so if you want to throw one out right now, I'll add it into the mix. We're using this streamtalking.com, but if you want to throw one, we can, and then I will add it into the thing. Death by coffee. Okay, death by coffee. Death by coffee. Okay. All right, let's get her started, shall we? Sorry about that cutting off. Oops. All right, I need to put this. I need to put this somewhere so I can still see that particular keyword in my notes. Okay. Hopefully audio's still going, even though it looked like the screen froze for a second there. Freezing. Is it? There we go. All right. Okay. Dude, what's to do around here? I'm hella bored. Well, there are a couple things we could do, but I don't know. I don't think you'd think it's fun, you know? You're you're from the city and all, and well, I'm just a kid that lives out in the forest, so I don't think you're gonna have fun with the things that I think are fun. No, don't be like that. I'm sure you know all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, there are chicks around. Uh. I mean, there's no chicks out here. I mean, there are, but the nearest house is like what, half a mile away? Okay, but if we go into town, there's chicks, right? Yeah, but all the good ones are kind of taken already, you know? Seriously? So there's like no chicks out here? No, I didn't say that. I just said the good ones are taken. Okay. So what, you got like really high expectations, you know? Like for me, shit, if it's warm, that's good enough. He looked at me, shook his head. I could tell he was kind of disgusted with me. I already knew that my cousin had pretty low expectations of me, and also kind of looked at me similar to the way you would look at a steamy pile of shit that you just stepped into all over your shoes. I didn't care. I had to be here. I couldn't be at home anymore. Not after what happened. They had sent me over here. But that was life. Sometimes things just happened and you just rolled with the punches. Isn't that what Dad used to say? Roll with the punches. You alright? Huh? Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about home. Well, you're not going back there anytime soon. Yeah, I know, Dick. You don't have to be like that, you know. Oh, I don't know. I have to share everything with you, kind of like you're my long lost fucking brother. Yeah, it kind of sucks having you here. Wow. Blunt much? Yeah, well, feel lucky you get to share the fucking room with me. All right. Well, hey, you know, I wonder if this app would work out here. What app? I got this app on my phone. It's pretty neat. Randonautica, and all I have to do is kind of put in an idea of where we're going and kind of say what we're hoping to see or expectations or something, and you know, who knows? Maybe we'll come across something interesting. Yeah, he rolled his eyes at me. What's your definition of interesting? I don't know. Spooky, scary, you know, things like that. His eyes narrowed for just the briefest of moments and he stared at me. Then he smiled. Oh, you like scary stuff? I nodded and shrugged. Fuck yeah, who doesn't like scary stuff? Oh, okay, city boy. There's some scary shit out here. Scary like, I don't know, fucking Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yetis, blah, blah, blah. No, no, nothing like that. Yeah, let's use your little thingamabob. The app? Yeah, whatever. The thing on your phone, right? Yeah. All right, spark it up. Dial or whatever you got to do. I don't I don't have to. Do you not have a phone? No, I don't have a fucking phone. Okay? We don't have money like you fuckers did. Okay? I got quiet. Obviously, I pressed a button and he wasn't very happy about it. Relax, dude, relax. You got a Coke? He shook his head. No, but I got a Diet Coke if you want a Diet Coke. I nodded. Fuck it, soda. He walked over to his closet, opened it, rummaged around, came back with a can, handed it to me. It was warm to the touch. Are you fucking serious, dude? This is warm. Yeah. Soda, right? Yeah, but I usually prefer my soda to be almost frozen. Ooh, really you do? Really? Sorry, fucker, that's all I got. You gonna take it or what? I shrugged, popped it open, took a sip. At least it was bubbly. I realized I hadn't had a soda in a couple of days. I was like fiending more for the caffeine than anything else. I had thought about possibly ransacking his dad's cupboard and finding some coffee and possibly committing suicide. I laughed at the thought. Yeah, what's so fucking funny? Nothing. I was just thinking how bad I needed caffeine and, your dad's got a lot of coffee and I thought perhaps suicide, maybe some death by coffee or something. He smiled. Oh, I'll go get it if you think that would help, if you think that would actually work. I stared at him. Really, dude? Really? What? Was it something that I said? Fuck. I knew this was going to be something. I knew this was going to be something different. I pulled out the phone, opened the app. I was surprised to see I had 3 bars on my phone. Dude, you got good connection out here. Whatever, I don't know. There are some towers I've seen, but maybe that's it. I don't know. I nodded. I opened up the app. I put the information in. What should we say we're expecting that we want or something? He stared at me. Didn't blink. Breathed nasally. And then said, your fucking phone. Pick something. I nodded. Thought about it. Well, how about... How's about... aliens? Aliens? Are you fucking stupid? Ain't no such thing as fucking aliens. Yeah, there are. Oh, you saw a fucking alien before? Yeah, well, no, I mean, I saw some lights in the sky. Oh, and because there's lights in the sky, that automatically means fucking aliens. Let me guess, you got fucking anal probed or something? And that's why you know for a fact there's fucking aliens because they stuck stuff up your butthole? Dude, seriously. Fuck. Can you just relax? Yeah, okay, whatever. Fine, put in fucking aliens. I put in aliens. What else? What other words should we put in here? Well, you wanted something scary, so put, I don't know, creepy, put sinister. I don't know. You have a good comprehension of the English language, right? Just pick some fucking scary words and put it in a fucking thing and then go. Okay, so where are we heading? He smiled. Oh, I got a scary spot for you. Well, I kind of need to know where it's at because this thing kind of needs it. Oh, okay. Let me see it. He looked at the phone for a second, saw the keyboard, started entering some stuff in, handed it back to me. All right, I just wrote some general idea where the fucking shit's at. I think that works, right? Hit the information and hit submit on the thing and waited and smiled. All right, okay, let's go, city boy. As we started to walk out, I paused and said, "Hey, it's getting dark. Do you think we should bring some gear or something?" Wait, you're already scared? You already scared? Sounds like to me you're already scared. Well, I mean, do you know this area so well that you can walk around in the fucking dark? No, I don't. But that's why I have this. He pointed to a little backpack. Oh, cool. Is there gear in there? Is there gear in there? Yes, there's fucking gear in here, shithead. Let's fucking go. Jesus Christ, you're a pain in my ass. Okay, fine. We walked out. His dad was sitting at the table, looked up at us, made eye contact with me, and then looked away quickly. I was getting a lot of that. I was getting a whole lot of that. It made sense. After what I had done, why wouldn't my dad's brother not feel funny looking at me? I wanted to get out of the house quickly. The dogs in the backyard were barking. Hey, why's your dogs barking? I don't know, maybe it's a fucking raccoon or some shit. Anyway, let's just go. We got outside, closed the door. It was cool. The air was somewhat still, but there was a dampness to it. It had a earthy smell. I was getting used to being out in the nature. It was weird. Okay, city boy, you got anything you want to do before we go to your death? What? You said you want to be scared. I'm just trying to set the ambience, set the mood, you know? Trying to scare you. Oh, uh, I'm good. I got my warm fucking Diet Coke. I mean, what else would a guy need? Well, I don't know. Do you have any medication you need? You know, you have any Advil? Do you have any Midol? Do you have any Pamperin? Fucking funny. You're so fucking funny. Let's go. He started to lead the way. I stayed relatively close to him, not because I was afraid or anything, but because he was pretty fast. He was roughly the same size as me, but God, he was quick. He definitely knew the area. So he head out and I followed him. We got going and we were crunching through leaves. It was turning to winter, and unlike where I had come from, the seasons were definitely pronounced. There was a nippiness that started to get more pronounced as we continued walking. How cold does it get at night here? He shrugged. I don't know, 40 maybe, somewhere around there. Why? Oh, just wondering. Never saw snow or anything. Yeah, well, we shouldn't see snow here for a while, but yeah, it does snow here. Oh, okay. You really never saw snow? Uh-uh. I mean, I saw it on TV, and I think when I was really, really, really little, we visited. Um, we visited some family over in Salt Lake, and there was some snow, but I don't remember it. It's just family photos. He looked at me. Mm. Well, when it snows here, you'll fucking know it, okay? And I expect you to fucking help. Help with what? Shoveling snow, shithead. There's a lot of it. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Continued walking. The sun started going down, and the colors in the sky was magnificent. Brilliant reds and orange and hints of purple. Wow. But the sky is pretty. Yeah. He stopped. He looked. He admired. It is pretty. Well, you don't have that in the city? Not quite like this. No, actually, yeah, never like this. Never seen a sky like that. It's really pretty. Okie dokie. Well, let's keep going. We were walking. He stopped suddenly. His ears perked up and he looked around quickly. I looked at him. Are you trying to scare me? He's like, shut up. I got quiet. You don't hear that? Hear what? I strained to listen. Nothing. There was some creaking and swaying. There was a light breeze that had picked up, and as it did, it played with the branches, and as some of the branches kind of swayed gently, there was some creaking, but nothing seemed sinister. Everything seemed natural. And yet, there he was, on alert. I could have swore I saw goosebumps on his arms, but the light was quickly dimming. Hey, now might be a good time to get your flashlight out, right? He nodded, didn't say anything, fished around in his backpack, put something on his head, lit it up, blinded me for a second, and then it lit up everything in front of us. Wow, that fucking thing is bright. I mean, it's not even really dark yet, but holy shit. He smiled. Yep. Then he looked at me again. Hang on a second. Did you hear that? That time I did hear something. It was a more pronounced crack. It was from over above. I don't know why. For some reason I felt an impulse, an urge. I pushed my cousin forward and rolled with him. He laid on the ground and I was near him and he stared at me, anger in his eyes, for the briefest of moments, until we heard the crash behind us. He looked and he saw a branch, twice the length, twice the diameter of our waists. Big fucking branch. He goes, holy shit. That's where we were just standing. What the fuck, dude? I shrugged. All in the reflexes, I guess. He looked at me. Wait, what did you just say? I said it's all in the reflexes? Oh my god. Did you just drop a Jack Burton quote? I stared at him. You actually know what that is? Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's one of my favorite fucking movies. Holy shit, me too. We smiled at each other. Finally, something we had in common. He stood up, extended a hand down to help me up. Hey, thanks, man. For what? Oh, I don't know, for fucking saving my life. Oh, yeah. No problem. Because, wow, that was... I should have known the sound. I've seen branches fall before, but holy shit, that was... Man, good job. Maybe you won't be a fucking pain in the ass. Huh. Alright, let's keep going. The spot is only about maybe 10 more minutes up that way. Okay. So I followed him. I was lost in thought. As I did, my mind wandered back 2 weeks earlier. I was in the apartment. It's like normal. And there was my mom. Sick, as always. She was on all sorts of special medication. She had a really weird blood disorder. And she had an operation that was coming up. And so they were debating whether or not to take her off the heparin that she was on. The heparin was an anticoagulant, and she had a problem with clotting. She had a serious problem with that. It made things like getting dental work problematic, but she always kind of had a blood problem. As far back as I can remember, she was always being seen by this type of specialist or that type of specialist, so really wasn't too out of the ordinary. And there was my dad, stressed as always, head way premature gray. In fact, I couldn't remember a time when his hair wasn't white. It was funny how that thought just came to me, and I hadn't realized it was something that I had noticed. Hey, huh? What? We're here. Oh, cool. Where's here? Dude, are you like a zombie half the time? What? What do you mean? Well, I mean, like, you're walking and you're doing things, but, like, you're not here. Like, where are you? Oh, was this... I was just thinking back to what happened. Oh, want to talk about it? Uh, I don't know. I, I don't know. I kind of don't. Ah, fuck you then. Keep it to yourself. My dad already told me some of it. Pretty fucked up. Yeah, what'd he tell you? I don't know. He said that you killed your mom and dad. That stopped me dead. Well, that's that's really overly simplified. That's not quite what happened. Well, like I said, you want to talk about it? You want to tell me about it? Uh, I suppose I could. I just not not right this second, I think. Let's just see what's going on here, okay? Yeah, all right, that's fine. I guess we got all the time in the world, right? Unless you die tonight. Again, can you not say shit out loud like that? Why? Well, sometimes when you say things, it makes it happen. Oh my god, are you seriously like superstitious like that? Yeah. Well, let me guess. You don't step on cracks either, cause it'll break. He paused, realizing he was about to talk about my mom. I acted like I didn't know what he was about to say, and instead looked to my left. There was a structure of some sort. It was getting really dark, and I could barely see the outline. Hey, is that a building? Good, yeah, it's a little cabin. He lit it up with his headlamp. Hey, do you have another light in there? Yeah, hang on a second. He fished around, pulled out something, snapped it, shook it violently, and he was lit with like a soft green glow. Glow sticks, best I can do, bro. Just stay close to me and you'll be alright. Alright, well, fuck. I guess that's okay. So I looked. The place was creepy. He was right. It was really, really scary. But I wasn't about to admit to him that it gave me the heebie jeebies, but it did. There was something about it. There was something that felt wrong. Hey, I can't see how this would even remotely be related to aliens. This is like maybe if I had put inside the app something like Jason Voorhees or some shit, or you know, Ash versus the Evil Dead. Oh my god, you know a lot about Evil Dead? Yeah, fuck yeah, I love Evil Dead. Ash is a motherfucking guy. He's groovy. He smiled. Holy shit, dude. I think you and I are gonna get along fucking great. Oh my god, we like the same types of fucking movie. That's great. I smiled at him. Yeah, I guess you're right. Guess you're right. It's kind of fun, huh? But then he said, "Want to go inside?" Uh, I didn't want to look like a pussy, but I did have a bad feeling about the place. You been in there before? Yeah, like 2 or 3 times. I go exploring all the time. I mean, it's a backyard. This is playground. This is every kid's dream, right? Uh, yeah, I guess. Uh, maybe maybe I'll, you know what? Why don't we hang tight here for a second out and I guess, I'll tell you about what happened. Shit. Okay. Now he was very interested. I had his full attention. Obviously, he wanted to know the skinny on what happened with mom and dad. All right. So the day it happened, we were going to a doctor's appointment, and my dad had asked me to drive. And I've driven before. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I got my license last summer, so I've been driving for a little bit, And you're driving in San Francisco. I mean, you deal with a lot of crazy traffic and a lot of crazy people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, totally. And so anyway, we were driving, and I was taking my mom to her appointment, and my dad was sitting in a back seat. My mom was in a front seat. And as I was driving, I realized we were going to have to go inside the hospital, and I realized I had forgotten my mask at home. He shook his head, disgusted. Oh my fuck. Those fucking masks. Fucking masks suck. Right? Right? It's such a fucking inconvenience, but we were going into a hospital, so I was like, holy shit, I need to have a fucking mask, right? So I said, hey, I I forgot my mask at home. And my dad said, shithead, I brought your fucking mask. It's over by your mom's leg. And I looked down, and there it was. So I reached over for it, and I took my eyes off the road. I reached down to grab the mask, and I heard my dad yell something, and I looked up again, and then there was a brilliant flash. And then what? And then I woke up in the hospital, and I hurt a little bit, but I was okay. I didn't. I mean, I showed him a little scratch on my arm and motioned over my eyebrow. There was a little bit of a cut there, a little small abrasion, nothing major. He goes, "So it's a car accident, huh?" I go, "Yeah." And they came, and they were really, walking on eggshells and basically telling me, "Sorry, your mom and dad died." Apparently, we had gotten hit in a head-on collision, and at the last second when I had swerved, it plowed my mom's side, and she died instantly. And my dad hadn't been wearing a seatbelt, so he died. Yeah, he died. And I had my seatbelt on, so I guess that's what saved my life. Wow. I mean, dude, that was an accident. I mean, shit. That doesn't sound fucked up at all. I mean, fuck, that could have happened to anybody. I mean, you just took your eyes off the road for a fucking second. I mean, that doesn't sound fucked up at all. Yeah, but it's ultimately it's my fault. I shouldn't have took my eyes off the road. Okay, wait. So if you were driving, you took your eyes off. Did you swerve? No. Okay, so you didn't go into the oncoming traffic. That guy was in your lane. Yes. And I swerved to miss him. I swerved left, and he hit passenger side. Dude, that's totally not your fucking fault. I mean, what would have happened even if you were looking? The guy got in your lane, right? I guess. But still, I off the prize, right? My dad always said, keep your eye on the prize. Yeah, my dad says the same stupid shit. Bro, you need to let it off because come on. That that sounds to me like it was a fuck situation. You're a new driver, man. Fuck. Sounds like you did the right thing. You swerved to the left. I mean, that sounds scary to me because shit, I would assume that was other traffic in that direction. Yeah, I guess it would have been. Well, fuck, what could you do? He was right. But still, I felt like shit. My parents were gone. And there was still a part of me that felt very, very, very guilty about the whole situation. I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard for me even to wake up, man. You know, I haven't really even told anybody. You know, my aunt came and she said I couldn't stay with her, and your dad was the only one that was you know even cool enough to say I could stay. But I could see it in his eyes. He looks at me like I killed his brother. Nah, he wasn't close with your dad. They kind of fought all the time, but still, I get your point. I get your point. You're good, dude. Don't worry about it. You're good. I suppose. All right, fuck it. It's become very uncomfortable, so I decided let's go into the house. We got over to the building and the door was open. Is that door always open? Yeah, every time I've come, it's open. See, look, he pulled it. It wouldn't close. It would just swing right back open again. Door's fucked up. I mean, it's been here forever. As long as I remember, it's been here. Okay, well, I guess we'll go in then. Yeah, let's go. We stepped in. The floors creaked horribly. Is there anything under this? I don't know. I saw a couple of rooms, but to be honest, I only went into the kitchen area. I never really explored the entire place because it kind of gets scary, and usually I'm by myself, but I have somebody else with me. That cheered me up for some reason. That he thought I was helpful for him inside of a scary, spooky ass house. Because while I'm thinking about it, he fished around his backpack and he pulled out two objects and handed one to me. What's that? It's a knife. You never held a knife before? Not this fucking big. He handed me a fucking Rambo knife. The thing was huge. It had really big, heavy handle on it, and it felt like maybe 1 or 2 pounds. I'd never held a knife that big in my life. You gotta take the sheath off. That way, if there's like I don't know, something in here and it fucks with us, we'll just shake the shit out of it. Uh, okay. Like what? I don't know. Like fucking aliens, right? You said the thing makes things kind of happen. Well, I don't think it makes things happen. I think the concept is you say some things and there's like some synchronicity or something, like you kind of psychically have an idea before you go something and then it happens. So I don't know if it's real or not. It's just some shit that people talk about. Well, obviously you downloaded it because you must have thought it was something. You ever use it before? No, I was supposed to use it with my dad, because he was actually when it told me about it. Um, and then the accident happened, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. Yeah. All right, well, let's go explore. Let's see what's in here and see if there's some fucking aliens up in this bitch. I smiled, thankful that he changed the subject again. Perfectly timed. We started walking and looking around. Came across one door, and I felt a draft coming from underneath it. It felt very similar to air conditioning in a house. Hey, stand right here. He did. He smiled. Dude, there's something down there. Yeah. Okay. Um, so maybe we don't go there. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, there's no way this fucking place has like electricity or anything else. So where is that draft coming from? It could be a mine. There could be something down there. Let's go. Let's check it out. Dude, are you fucking nuts? No, I'm just really fucking bored. This is exciting. This is good. This is good. We should check it out. fucking fine. We opened a door. The draft kicked up immensely, and it brought a rank smell that assailed our noses. I gagged for a moment. He did as well, but he coughed out the words. Rotten balls! What the fuck is that smell? Close the door. Close the door. He did. What the fuck was that smell? I don't know, dude. I think there's something dead down there. Well, I mean, it could be. I mean, if there is a cavern or cave or something down there, there could be all kinds of shit that's dead down there. Yeah, and there could be also shit down there that killed the shit that's down there and let it rot. I really don't want to go down there. All right, fuck it. Let's just keep looking around. We went to the back room. The door was blocked by something. We pressed on it a little bit. It resisted, and then it opened. There was a duffel bag. Not old, but not new. Somewhat worn, and there was magazines and comics and things of that nature that were protruding from it. I looked at it and said, hey, these are like comics or something. The green glow illuminated the room as I looked inside. Nobody was there, but the duffel bag was there. I fished out one of the issues and smiled to myself as I read the title, Eldritch Abomination from Beyond the Stars, Volume 7. Hey, you ever heard of this? Showed it to him. He smiled. No, it looks fucking cool though. It's kind of got like a Lovecraft feel to it. He looked at it. Dude, this is fucking old. This is like 1975. We flipped through some of the pages. His headlamp lit it up. Sure enough, it was old. Real old, but still in good shape. Huh. We looked at some of the funny ads inside of there. Sea monkeys and things of that nature. X-ray goggles. Man, they were kind of cool back then, huh? Yeah, I guess. My dad's got a bunch of shit like this. Really? Yeah. In the barn in the back, he's got like old Playboys, and he's got like all kinds of cool shit back there. He's got a bunch of old magazines, and you know, people back in the day, they're smart, man. They did a lot of reading. Huh. Well, I guess they didn't have the TV and internet and everything else like we got. Yeah, that's true, but still, they were smarter, I think. I shrugged. Then we heard a noise. Like a faint shuffling. You hear that? I nodded. What the fuck is that? I don't know, but it sounds like a person. I looked at him. Dude, don't fuck with me. Seriously. He goes, no, I'm not. That sounds like somebody sneaking around. That sounds like a person. Fuck. What do we do? Okay. Let's go in that room and let's close the door. I nodded. Went in. We closed the door and pushed the duffel bag closer towards it, as if, for some reason, that would bar the person from accessing the room. I looked in the back. Hey, there's a window here. Oh, shit. Is it open? I stared at it. I was somewhat amazed that the glass hadn't been broken. The window looked intact. It looked functional. I lifted and it opened. Shit, it works. Okay, well, we can climb out and go around. Okay, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. So I opened it, stood, seeing if it would slam shut as I released it a little bit. It didn't. I said, you want to go first and I'll come after you? He goes, all right. I held it open and he stepped outside, and thankfully it was the same level that we came in on, and there wasn't anything sinister or odd. He stood out there and smiled at me. Come on, hurry up. I heard the door jiggle. My heart pounded. Come on, dude, hurry up. Somebody's at the door. Then fucking hurry up. Get the fuck out here. stuck my leg out. I felt him grab my hips, stabilizing me. I hadn't realized how bad I was shaking. I stepped my other leg out, the room still illuminated by my glow stick and the bouncing of his headlamp through the window. The door opened. I couldn't quite see the figure, but he was illuminated. Well, more so his eyes were illuminated. They caught the glow of the glow stick as well as the light that bounced around the room as my cousin helped me stabilize and get out of the window. I stood, my legs locked in place, not wanting to move. He pulled me. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. There is somebody. Come on, fucker, I saw him. Let's go, let's go, let's go. My legs were mine again. I was able to move. I followed my cousin. My legs were working. He was fast. Holy shit, my cousin could move. We hauled ass. We moved. I stayed with him. He kept pulling me along, making sure that I didn't get lost. I just knew whatever it was going to be chasing us. But we heard nothing except us, panting, breathing, running like wild animals, terrified. We saw the house. I had never been so happy to see the fucking house in my life. We got to the front door, collapsed, and he was laughing hard. What's so fucking funny, dude? He goes, that was great, man. That was the most, holy shit, that was the most intense thing that's happened to me, like, ever. So, what did the guy look like? He was big. I think he was almost as tall as a door. But his eyes were weird, like, I don't think he had, like, pupils or anything, because when my glow stick was lighting it up, like, I saw his eyes reflecting, but his eyes looked weird. Oh, shit! What? Dude, he was probably a fucking alien. We saw a fucking alien. Isn't that fucking great? Dude, I don't know. I don't think that was an alien. Besides, you said there's no such thing as aliens. Why would you say that? Oh, why would I say there's no aliens? Because, well, technically speaking, I think that was probably just a demon. But yeah, they like to masquerade like aliens, but they're not fucking aliens. They're demons. What? What are you talking about? Demons. Demons? Yeah. Dude, they're among us. All over the place. They act like all kinds of shit. Sometimes monsters, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they're fucking demons. So you think that was a fucking demon back there? Well, you wanted to see an alien, so it probably was acting like a fucking alien. But it didn't move like an alien, huh? It's like a zombie or something. It did kind of shuffle around. No. More like it shambled. Hey, you know what's weird? So those comics, right? They're kind of like Lovecraftian, right? You know who that is, right? Kinda. I had a friend. He was pretty. He was a pretty big reader. He used to talk about Lovecraft all the time. Dude, totally. Lovecraft is like the shit, dude. He used to write some crazy fucking thing. But it could have been like a fucking zombie or something, you know? Maybe because, or maybe some dude was whacked out on drugs, and he just thought he was like, I don't know, channeling thing from Lovecraft or something. I don't know. But all I know is we got away. I nodded. We did, and my heart was pounding, and I looked at my hands, and they were shaking. And I looked at my other hand, and there was the knife still. I go, oh, dude, I'm still holding the knife. He goes, yeah, good for you. You know, if you'd have fucking lost that knife, I'd have been pissed. Okay, well, anyway, fuck. I don't know, man. I'm freaked out. You know, that was kind of scary. Fuck it. Let's go inside. Let's get something to eat. All right. So he walked inside the house, and his dad was slumped forward on the table. I looked at my cousin. Is your dad, sleeping? He shook his head. No, Dad looks weird. There was a drippy sound. Syrupy. Drip. I looked at the sink instinctively thinking perhaps he had left the water running. My cousin walked over. Dad. Fuck that dad. Got to his dad. Stood there horrified. His eyes wide. A scream tried to escape from him, but none came. Just a croak. What? Blood. I walked over. I didn't have to get next to him. I got halfway. I could see the blood. It was the blood dripping off the table that was making the drippy sound. What the fuck, dude? I, I, I don't know. I don't know. We both looked at each other, suddenly aware. There was a familiar sound, other than the drip. The shambling sound. What? I looked to my left. My peripheral vision had saw something slow, but something moved. I turned. A woman was standing there. Her hands were bloody. Her eyes motionless. Well, if you wanted to call them eyes. They also had no pupil. I backed away from her. I looked at my cousin. What do we do? He said nothing. The woman advanced. A little faster than a walk. But I was amazed that she had closed the distance in the time that she did. I don't know what happened. I had reached up to try to fend her off, not realizing I was still holding the knife. Actually, the knife had become part of me. My hands gripped it so tightly that it ached. I didn't realize what the ache was, but it was me gripping the handle so hard that I almost believed I could have broke it. As I had reached up to fend her off, the blade sunk right in the lower jaw effortlessly and went up, and I felt slight resistance, and I matched pressure and didn't realize I had shanked her. I had stabbed her from her jaw all the way up into the inside of her head. She dropped. The weight of her sudden falling surprised me and had wrenched the knife from my hand as I backed away. I looked at my cousin. My mind was reeling. I didn't know everything assailed me at one time. My mother, my father dead. I had just killed a woman. My uncle was dead, and it was just me and my cousin, and he looked at me. He was shaking me. He was screaming something like, get it together, get it together. And I couldn't talk. He slapped me hard. Look, fucker. Life is tough, but so are you. Get the fuck up. We have to handle this shit. I nodded. He fished around in his backpack and found a hammer. Handed it to me. What? Listen. There was more shambling, more noise from outside. He dodged past his father, looked out the window. Two more. Two? Yeah, but they're fucking slow. We got this. What? What? Come on, fucker. Don't be a bitch. Let's do this. I was terrified. I didn't know what to think. He's, let's go, fucker. He opened a door and bailed out. I was right next to him. I think I was just more afraid of not having him with me. My mind was still trying to make heads or tails of what was going on. Sure enough, there were two out there. Two men. He was on one, furiously stabbing and slashing with his knife. It fell. The other one came towards me. I looked at the hammer, flipped it around claw-side, and I swung with everything I had sideways. It sunk in his head, and he dropped. My cousin stood next to me and stuck his hand up high for a high five. I just stared at him. What the fuck? He goes, dude, don't be a bitch, man. We're kicking ass, man. We're kicking ass, taking names, and putting these motherfuckers down. Let's do this shit. Come on. Let's get some fucking payback. They're dead. Your dad. He looked at me. Yeah, Dad, yeah. I think Dad didn't understand what was happening. What do you mean? Well, you know, demons. Shit's crazy sometimes, you know? Sometimes it gets out of hand. I looked at him. I don't understand. Okay, look. I gotta be honest with you, okay? When I first heard about you and you were coming out, I kinda had planned on just killing you, to be honest. But things changed. I like you. You're actually fucking cool. I mean, you're a fucking cool dude. I like you. And I was gonna, kill you and sacrifice you to Beelzebub and Asmodeus and all the other ones, but yeah, I decided against it, and so I canceled the spell. Wait, what? No, I was gonna kill you, but by the time I got to the spot, I changed my mind, so I canceled it. Uh, I don't understand. Okay, look, you start shit, you still have to pay for it. Okay, I figured some poor fucker, somebody else, one of the other houses was gonna get hit. I didn't think it'd be my dad, but he was old anyway, so fuck it. I mean, everything he owns is mine now, and fuck, we're good. We can do whatever the fuck we want. I looked at him, my mind reeling. What? Bro, stop and think. Don't freak out. Stay with me, okay? It's just me and you now. We could do anything. And now that you know that demons and shit are real, man, I have so much to show you. Oh, man, we could, fuck, I got a lot of fun shit we could do. I paused and thought about it. Part of me, the sane part, wanted to run away and scream and call the police and say what? My cousin summoned demons that tried to kill us? But the other part of me was like, this is different. This is a lot more exciting than meeting some new girls. So I nodded. Okay. What's next? He looked around at the bodies. How good is your digging? Why? They're demons. Well, actually, these are people. I suspect the demons possessed them. But, yeah, people are going to be looking for them. So, we got to bury the bodies. I'll go get the shovels. I watched my cousin walk off. And I was like, fuck. I guess I'm going to hell. Alright. That's it. That's where we're going to end it. So we got Diet Coke, heparin shot, yep. Rotten balls, yep. Spooky, yep. Fucking mask suck, yep. Sasquatch, yep. Taking names, yep. Life is tough, but so are you, yep. Eldritch, abomination from beyond the stars, yep. It's all in the reflexes, yep. Randonautica, yep. And death by coffee, yep. So there you go. All the words in. We ran a little bit long. We ran a little bit long by about, I think we ran like maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes past, but that's okay. So anyway, it was a little rough, a little hard. I'm a little out of practice telling stories and whatnot. So some of that didn't flow as effortlessly and as nicely as I had hoped. But all things said, um, it was a cohesive story. I mean, it was there and had little twists at the end, like Cousin's a demonologist, and he really was planning on killing him. So yeah, that's always kind of a fun fucking thing. And it turned out to be a really fucking dark story. And I didn't really know where it was gonna go. So what I had was Jason bored hanging with his weird cousin Mark in the woods. That's what I had for my notes. So yeah, I don't know. There you go. It is what it is. Hopefully next week will be a little less dark. But yeah. So the stream talking worked really great. Thank you guys for going in and putting in the words and whatnot. Stalking, if you could, when you go and you watch this again, if you're not here, just go to streamtalking.com, create an account, and then that way next week you can plop your word in anytime. Because what I'll do is after this show is done, I will create a question for next week. So you'll see it says like 9/20, 2020. And then you guys can go ahead and start putting the questions in and stuff at that point, and we'll see what's what. So that's gonna be it. We're back. You know, a little bit of a rough start, but it's okay. And that is it. And so we're gonna go ahead and end the show at this point. Again, thank you guys very much. I appreciate the shit out of you guys. This was fun. I really, really needed to do a story. So that was cool. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. That's it. Thank you guys for participating in the show. The podcast will be up shortly again. If you want to support the channel, feel free to go buy me a cup of coffee or go to Amazon.com. Check out one of my books. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Also, you can go to realtimestorytime.com. That's where all of the old episodes are. You can also see the podcast on Spotify as well as Apple and Droid pod repositories. That's it. Feel free to share this, like it, all that jazz, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Thanks.